Hey everybody, and welcome to the first playthrough on my second channel, Omen C2. This is Alien Isolation, a famous horror game based on a famous movie franchise, and a really freaking good movie from the 1970s, Alien. This is a stealth horror game set on Sevastopol Station, where we are, I think, like, stranded on it, basically. The exact plot details will be unveiled as we go. But yeah, we're stranded on Sevastopol Station, and there are a multitude of threats all over the place, including one of quite extraterrestrial origin. And this game takes place between the first two Alien movies, which means that it will be referencing and also reincorporating some plot elements from Alien. So if you haven't seen Alien, and you are at all interested in seeing it, you might want to go watch that before seeing or playing this game for yourself. You don't have to in order to enjoy this game, but, you know, there are a lot of references to Alien throughout it, so it definitely enhances the experience. And, yeah, so that's all I had to say in the intro beginning, and since this is my second channel and I ain't editing these videos, any mistakes I make in my speech are being kept in, whether you like it or not, and same for me, whether I like it or not. So, let's begin this shiz. I think Extras has exactly one thing in it, and it's the credits, but we haven't beaten the game yet. We don't deserve to see the credits. Subtitles should be on. I've played this game before, so yeah, I have this all set up already. Yes, I would like to play the game I'm playing, thanks. Alien Isolation, would you like to start the game? Does that mean continue where I left off? No, of course it doesn't. Alright, start game. So, on my first playthrough, I did choose medium, but apparently hard mode is the default difficulty. They even say it's the recommended way to experience the game. This is the difficulty they made first, and they built all the other ones around it, but they built the previous ones around it. They made the game like super hard and scary by default. Nightmare was added later, and I don't want to play that. That doesn't seem very fun to me, so I think for this, I'm gonna start on hard, and if I decide it's too much, I'm gonna turn it down, because some of the ways this game tries to be scary with challenge, I don't really agree with, but I'll get more into detail on this as we play. For now, let's just enjoy this amazing game. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, there's a confirmation screen, whoops. Oh, 1 second, I gotta adjust gamma. Who gives a crap, honestly? Okay. It's already barely visible. It's fine where it is. Hopefully the game will show up well for you guys. If it doesn't, I can brighten it up.
Final report of the commercial starship Nostromo. Third officer reporting. The other members of the crew: Kane, Lambert, Parker, Brett, Ash, and Captain Dallas are dead. Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck, the network will pick me up. This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo, signing off.
Ripley? I'm Samuels. I work for the company. It's about your mother. We think we may have found her, Amanda. A commercial vessel, the Anisadora, has recovered what we believe to be the flight recorder unit of the Nostromo.
Where?
Zeta Reticula.
What did it tell you?
We don't know. The unit was taken to Sevastopol Station. It's proprietorial material, so the company wants it to be collected as soon as possible. Sevastopol's a supply depot in the region. It's a permanent free port
I know what it
facility.
is.
Transit's arranged. There's a courier ship called the Torrens heading out that way in 2 days. We're going to travel out.
We?
Me and another exec. And you, if you're willing. Look, Ripley, when this job came across my desk, I read the case history. I know why you're working in the region where she went missing. You're still looking, aren't you? I've been cleared to offer you a place on the Torrens if you want to come along. Maybe there'll be some closure for you.
And I bid you welcome to the Torrens. Use the move keys to walk. Well, that's real helpful. What's next? Press the interact key to interact. Yeah, thanks. Okay, here's Verlaine. Taylor. Oh, nice little statue. I like how they have a personal thing. I can search and just take stuff with me. Okay, sure. I'll take Taylor's scrap and compound B. Don't mind if I do. Is that a harmonica? We didn't ever see Connor very much in this game. Anyway, let's sign in. With a key card that we have with us in hypersleep, I guess. Okay, sure. Explore the Torrens. This game is beautiful. The graphics have not aged a minute. They still look fantastic to this day. Objective updated, get dressed. Could you imagine having objectives walking you through your morning routine? Yeah, that's a curve. Looks like a seismic graph, but I don't know what that could be detecting out in freaking space. Okay, more bunks? I guess that was the hypersleep chamber. This is the regular sleep chamber. There's an important distinction between the two. Over here we have an emergency phone. This is a save point. Plug your key card in, wait for the dots to go out, and accept the confirmation prompt to save your game. Takes a long time for a reason. You know, you're about to see why. Is that not just Wally? Oh my god, that's just Wally. He has torpedoes. Oh god, watch out, this Wally's come prepared. Here's the crew roster. Verlaine, Connor, Samuels, Taylor, and Ripley. We know 2 of those names, especially Ripley. If you've seen the original movie at all. Before we get dressed, though, I would like to take a shower real quick. We just need to freshen ourselves up for the exciting experiences we're about to have. Alright, that's enough. Yeah, that's enough of a shower. I'm a gamer, what of it? I know when I've had enough sitting in a freaking falling water. There's my wonderful commentary you can expect from these videos, since I'm not editing any of it out. Haha, screw you. Anyway, Watatsumi? Is that what that says? Alright, none of these say anything important. Let's get freaking dressed already. It's a fun fact, that was a reworked hiding animation. That's just the type of game this is. Okay, I could steal more of the stuff I get. Why not? Scrap. Take the scrap from the Torrens, you never know. They're giving it to us, I may as well. Alright, here's a terminal we can look at without anyone's permission. LM Link. Just missed you. Verlaine, you want to look out for a navigational officer? I have a friend that's just lost his ship and he's looking for work. I can vouch for him. He's got good papers. And that's the most important thing about this guy, apparently, is that he has good papers. No other positive traits, just good papers. Same old story. Megacore undercut him, picked up all his clients. Contracts are getting harder to come by for the smaller companies. I'm thinking of getting out myself while I still have something to sell. Sounds like you're doing okay, though. Dropped by the docks and heard you just shipped out. Sevastopol Station. What a shithole. Still, I hear Weyland-Yutani pay well. Good luck to you. If you can't beat them, right? Let's catch up when you get back, Blaine. Alright. So those will have 4 different folders. There's personal, shared, audio, and then a utility. But that one only had personal. You'll see what the others do as we go. I love these golden spacesuits we have over here. I think all the other ones are gray, but ours are golden because they're special. They're special Weyland-Yutani property. The Torrens, CO1. So, if you've seen Alien, some of these areas in the ship are going to look a little familiar to you, and I think Samuels here will explain why that is.
Ah, Ripley.
Samuels, did you wake up early?
Well, I don't really need as much sleep as the rest of you. I was just inspecting the Torrens facilities. A well-maintained ship. I realize it's a very similar model to...
The Nostromo.
Yes, M-Class. A later pattern, but close in spec.
I've worked engineering jobs on ships like this.
Of course. Is Taylor up yet? She's not a seasoned traveler. Hypersleep may have been punishing for her.
Haven't seen her. I'll go check on her.
There's a part of me that wonders if the reason why they made the Torrens the same model as the Nostromo, the only reason that they put that in there is to explain why they were allowing themselves to recreate rooms from the Nostromo, such as this one. Like, hey, you remember this place? You remember this bed going into the chamber from the movie? Do you remember it? I think this game was, like, advertising itself as being the first Alien game, the first video game set in the Alien franchise to actually be reminiscent of the first movie. Is that a foldable wheelchair? I assume it's foldable. Yeah, it's foldable. I was gonna say, that seems like it would be the most useless thing otherwise. But yeah, there's a part of me that's like, all cynical going, oh, they only just did that so they could nostalgia bait the players. And I have more thoughts about that going forward, but again, I'll have plenty of time to complain about this game, because while I like this game a lot, I think it's really good, I think it holds up a lot, I also have a lot of problems with it, and I'll be sure to go into excruciating detail about each and every one going forwards. So, while I'm not doing that, while we're actually in the good portion of the game, let me not do that. Let me not be an annoying pedant. There we go. Correct word. Open up. Here's Taylor. Never seen her yet.
Taylor, good morning.
Ripley, it's certainly not good, and I very much doubt it's morning either. Sorry. I feel like death. I don't know how you people put up with hypersleep regularly.
You get used to it.
I don't do long haul very often. Most legal execs don't travel further than the coffee machine.
I'm surprised Weyland-Yutani felt the need to send legal at all.
The loss of the Nostromo and its cargo cost the company a lot of money. It's important we find out what happened. If I can close the case with a conclusive accident report, it'll look great with my superiors. I'm sorry. That was insensitive. I realize your mother has been missing for 15 years, and you...
It's okay. We'll both get what we want, right?
Have you seen Samuels? He's probably been up for hours.
Indeed I have. I have no response to that, but... So, I responded for Amanda there.
To the bridge, approaching Sevastopol Station.
Looks like we're up.
The funny thing about these candy bars is, they might look like they say eat on them at first, but if you get a closer look... Okay, I can't see it from this angle, but they actually say meat for some reason. Because that's exactly what you want to be thinking in your head as you're eating a candy bar. Ooh, this tastes like meat. That's definitely what you want to be thinking about. Alright, turn on the radio. And... Oh, there is actually music. Okay, most of these just play static. Not much point in them. Got a bunch of music here. I actually didn't notice this. This is the music corner. There's even some magazines. The magazine is called Thrust. Okay. Anyway. I think I'm done being in that corner of the room. LM Link. Okay, this is another terminal. Should have more information. Ah, yes. Reply to the Nostromo incident. Weyland-Yutani file DS9398476. Again with these super long numbers. How does anyone keep track of that crap? I guess People don't keep track of that. Computers do, because they can look up those numbers just fine. They just, like, scan a list or something. Hey, Taylor, I got your case request. It may take me a while to dig out the files, and the incident happened before my time at the company, so I'm a bit fuzzy on the details. In 2122, the Wayland-Yutani cargo vessel, the USCSS Nostromo, went missing. So, Alien takes place on the Nostromo. You actually see the crew going missing, in case you haven't seen Alien. That's what that movie was about. And so, we're, like, going out... We're going out to check out what happened, and Amanda Ripley is joining because the protagonist of Alien was her mother, Ellen Ripley. So, there's some context for you. No trace was found on the cargo of its crew, apart from a new science officer. The rest of the crew had worked together before, 7 in all. Dallas, Ash, Kane, or is it Kane? It's the first spelling, you have that correct. Ripley, Lambert, Parker, Brett. Wayland-Yutani lost a lot of money from it. It's a bit of a black mark in the history. Get the impression they don't like to mention it. Anyway, I'll try and find the files later, clarify some of the points. You want, I can help you go through them. Maybe with some of your luck will rub off on me. I hear upstairs have an eye on you for something big. Saul. Better Call Saul. I don't know anything about Breaking Bad or its sequel, but, or its prequel, actually. Better Call Saul was the prequel, right? MSV 7760 Torrens. M-class starship, Captain's Verlaine. We know. I think that's Diane Verlaine? Contractor Wayland-Yutani. Outbound and return transportation for Wayland-Yutani retrieval teams to Sevastopol Station. Team consists of 3 WE employees. Samuels, C, Ripley, A. Oh, that's our first initial. See, this list of names is not formatted properly. You're supposed to put semicolons in between the subjects if the subjects themselves have commas in them. You're supposed to put semicolons there. It's one of the few uses for semicolons on this freaking planet Earth. I guess we're in the game, we're not on planet Earth, so whatever. Disregard that. Passengers, Samuels, Christopher, Ripley, Manor, Taylor, Wait, you listed us again? You listed us twice? That's a little redundant. Number of decks, 2. Number of crew, 2. There's 2 crews? Maybe, I guess. Interstellar communications channel, long hull hypersleep chamber, commercial passenger, cargo ship, retrofitted from a tow rig. Contains operational heavy-duty tow umbilical. Whatever the frick that means. Alright, anyway. So the deal with hypersleep is that, like, basically, like, keeps you under forced sleep for a very, very long journey, and I don't think you even need to eat during that. It kind of, like, puts you in a weird coma state, but don't worry, it's perfectly safe, right? Probably. Alright, onto the bridge.
Hope you all had a restful journey.
The Torrens is in very good order for an old M-class, Captain.
She was a wreck when I bought her. Took a few years and a lot of contracts to refit. She pays for herself now.
You said we're approaching Sevastopol Station. Are we docking?
I believe your contact is Marshal Waits, is that right? I'll hail Sevastopol and arrange boarding with him.
Good. Let's get this done.
Don't worry, Miss Taylor. Routine. In and out. Connor, how we doing?
SMG loaded and calibrated. Approach vector locked.
Prep comm so I can say hello.
Channel open, Captain.
Does everyone have their briefing documents?
You can watch the approach on the monitors.
I like how everyone just shifts back and forth and then waves their hands on occasion while talking. Like, that's not how people gesture. Come on. It's a video game. I will say, to go back on my point about the graphics are beautiful to this day, I mean that with everything except the character models. The character models are the only things that don't really hold up at all. But it's clear to see why. Those are usually the first things about a game's graphics to age, because it's hard. It's hard to do CG humans accurately. Okay, so there's the big gas giant Sevastopol Station is right next to. I don't think you can see the station from the windows. Would be really cool if you could. I can't sprint in this area of the game, but you can later on. Nothing out this way. Yeah, it's so dark in space you can't see shit. No reason to keep looking over there. Let me collect my briefing file. Hey, you other two, you haven't gotten yours.
Can we see it?
Switch to monitors. Sevastopol Station.
Is that damage?
It looks like damage.
Punch up 74, tight angle.
Looks like the dry dock bay is screwed.
I can't bring the Torrens into that.
This is the commercial vessel Torrens out of St. Clair, registration number MSV 7760, calling Sevastopol Traffic Control. We're carrying 3 passengers on a
Wayland-Yutani bond. You're holding the Nostromo flight recorder unit. We request immediate permission to transfer the passengers portside over.
This Waits, Colonial Marshal, Sevastopol Station. Serious situation.
Hello, Marshal? Marshal, this is the Torrens. Say again? The station's comms seem pretty screwed up, so I fitted Samuel's suit with a radio booster. I can only keep the Torrens in transit for 24 hours.
You'll have heard from us by then.
Safe trip.
Stand by. My contract doesn't cover bloody spacewalks. It's the only option, and it's perfectly safe if you do what I tell you. Depressurizing. Fuck. Hating this. Just shadow me, Taylor. You too, Samuels.
Affirmative.
Fuck happened here? My God, Ripley. You're doing good, Ted. Just keep moving! Taylor, Ripley, hold on! Samuels! Taylor! Respond! Anybody! Okay.
And now, I bid you welcome to Sevastopol Station. We're gonna have a very enjoyable time here. Just you wait and see. Find help. Alright. Well, that makes sense. We are cut off with contact with literally everyone on the Torrens. So yeah, that's the only thing we can do. Find someone who will help. I'm sure someone will help. This is a big station. Lots of people come here. We did get a response to our hail. Not a very clear one, but, you know, maybe the dude just had the frequency turned down a little low or something. Okay. Use registration points to manually save your progress. They remind you about it in case you forgot from the intro. That's very nice of them. So you're probably wondering what these little things I'm picking up for. They are materials for crafting. I don't know if the game's ever going to go over it officially because I haven't seen that pop up yet. But yes, you can craft items in this game. And that's what those little things are used for. That said, I don't have any blueprints to craft anything. And you need to find those before you can craft stuff. Okay, what's this way? Oh, this is actually where you're supposed to go? Oh, sorry, I meant to go the other direction first. Yeah, there's a lot of dust, but don't worry. Just don't breathe it in too hard, and you'll be fine. Primary analog. Okay, that just goes back to the same place. Both exits out of that room. Okay, the orbital stabilizers are realigning, so whatever caused that explosion must have probably taken one of those out. The orbital stabilizers are what's keeping the station afloat and in place. Just a little detail, thought I'd go over. Explode! Yep. Probably shouldn't cross there at all. Caution, wet floor. Yeah, are you sure? Yeah, what a wet floor this is, guys. Watch out for the wet floor over here. Don't worry, the flame will dry it. The warmth of the flame will get rid of it. We got a vent to crawl through. Our first of many. And the lights went out. Oh, no, they're back on now. Don't worry, it's fine. We can see, right? We can see one little area in the center of the screen. That's enough. Opening up. Can I knock these cones into the pit? There is some physics in this game. Oh my god, you totally can. Yes. Knocking cones into the pit. Let's go. Let's go. And the wet floor sign. You useless sign! You're not giving the correct information. Employees only. Well, too bad. I'm an employee, okay? Just trust me on this one. Compound B. Now, where's Compound A? That's my question. You always find Compound B, but never A. Okay, we got our first Sevastopol terminal. I do like the logo and the boot up screen changes when you enter Sevastopol. That's pretty cool detail. Decommissioning. To the engineering team. Reply to decommission. So, boys and girls, you've probably heard the whispers about Sevastopol by now, and I can confirm it's official. Sevastopol is being decommissioned. I will go over with each of you what this means in regards to your contracts and next placement, but for now we still have a job to do. The suits want this done with a skeleton crew, which means we'll only be getting a few outside contractors to help. But it does mean overtime. Yay, we get to work more? Awesome! I recommend taking what you can while it's available. I mean, I guess, you know, some people actually do look forward to overtime. I wouldn't know anything about that. I had one job, and it was just for 6 days. So, yeah, I shouldn't, like, make fun of job talk, because I don't know anything about it. I should point out that decommission does not mean lucky dip. Everything here has to be accounted for, and I was personally escort anyone found helping themselves to Marshal Waits. Chief! Is that your name? Just Chief, eh? Close. Well, isn't the thing already oh no, you're closing the ventilation access, I assume? I never actually read this stuff. This has text on it. Wow. Systems control? Like the control key in the game that makes me crouch, except it's C by default, but I rebound it to the correct button. Or is it C by default? Oh yeah, it is. You may have seen during the fall, but yes, we took forced fall damage. So if you were looking forward to your first Alien Isolation no damage run, I got some bad news for you. Ooh, we got a flare. Here's some good news at least. So with the flare, game should tell me. Hold Q to open the radial inventory and use mouse to select the flare. This is our first item. And then, after that, you press the most unconventional button ever with R to turn the flare on. I don't know why it's R. Of all things, but I think they probably designed the controls for a console, for a controller, before making the keyboard and mouse controls. That's kind of one of my pet peeves when it comes to modern games, is like, they keep freaking designing for controller despite PC being a huge deal that so many of them want to release on. And so, like, if you're gonna release on PC, you should make some good mouse and keyboard controls, you know? Not do stuff like R to freaking activate the flare. Because, like, there are guns in this game you eventually get, and so our natural assumption is that R is reload. This is really cool, though. I like the baggage claim. I don't like the rumbling and the dust, but I do like the baggage claim. Thanks for the 15 scrap. And the other 15 scrap. Yeah, I can't make anything. Oh my god, my inventory is literally completely empty. Which is probably the only time in the game it happens. God, this red is, like... It's nice that it's lighting the way, but it's also... taking such a bright spot on the screen. It's kind of irritating to look at, so I think I might just, like, place it right here. There we go. Hold R to place. Ah, very nice. Very nice. Flames out of my face. Someone new. You always know a working Joe. Yeah, I mean, if his name is Joe and he's working, I guess I know him. Keep moving. No problem with that. I have no problem with that, I meant to say. Everyone is responsible for safety, including the guy being pushed off the cliff. He is responsible. He shouldn't have gone to the cliff in the first place, idiot. Look at the smart decision, and it's filled with money. Though it's filled with $1 bills, so yeah. Should probably filled it with 50 if you want to send the real message with that poster. The posters that Seegson leaves on the walls of Sevastopol are so funny. Like, no company with the right mind would ever make those for good PR. Like, that would be terrible PR for them. But Seegson doesn't give a shit, apparently, and just puts them up everywhere. What are you saying?
My observation is extended. Such intuitions are usually not without adequate cause. And if there be reason for anxiety anywhere, it surely should be in the Seegson Corporation, with its unwieldy bulk, its heterogeneous population, and its complex government.
Anxiety should be in the Seegson population?
May not be wasted considering some of the recent phenomena which has appeared about us, in order to ascertain if they can be grouped together in any comprehensible relation.
That was like actually an in-universe... Okay, that's enough out of you. That was actually like an in-universe news broadcast. I've never heard that before. That was really cool. It was hard to hear though.
Anyone here?
Could be someone hiding in the corners. Better watch out. We have a nice model of Sevastopol right there. Even though this isn't like a central hub area of Sevastopol, I don't know what it's doing down here in the corner. Passcode required. Okay, so before you discover passcodes in this game, you can't even try inputting them. And that's because the passcodes don't, like, randomize. They're always the same passcodes on every playthrough. You just cannot try typing them in until you've already seen them once. You know what? I think I will turn up the brightness for you guys. I'm looking over at OBS and I'm not seeing anything on that freaking screen. And I know that my monitor is brighter. So let me turn it up. Okay. How about like there? How's that? Is that better? I mean, it'll get better as we go. These areas are particularly dark, these early parts, but I'm sure it's at least somewhat visible. Use these terminals to update your map with unexplored areas. Hiya! Didn't tell me how to open the map. Well, that's a very interesting thing to omit. You press tab to do that, by the way. Here we are. The green passageway is showing like an area layered over another one. I think that's the baggage claim area. Here's the emergency airlock. So we're at Sevastopol Spaceflight Terminal, arrivals and departures. And we must search the spaceflight terminal for help. Over here, I think these are... So hold on. That's spoilers. Those are not supposed to be there. Interesting. So it keeps your collected logs into subsequent playthroughs. So I'm not opening that screen ever again. Sorry about that. Hopefully nothing too spoilery was on the screen, or else I'll have to go back and I'll go back and check real quick and decide if I want to cut it out or not. I want to save at those stations pretty much every time you see them. Low power. Well, guess what? This here's a generator, and we can pump it up with the power of E button mashing. Insert Markiplier E meme here. Except don't, because this is not being edited. Okay, so we restored power to the computers? Cool. Let's activate them. Not waste any time. Personal folder, moved our stash. Langley, if you're looking for our stash, I've moved it. You left it right out in the open where anyone could have taken it. Jesus, do you know what I had to do to get it? I've hidden it in one of the storerooms. You should be able to find it. The code is 0340. No, don't worry, no one goes down to the terminal anymore. Not after what happened. Also, we're out of meds and low on water, so you're gonna need to get some. It's your turn. Maybe it'll teach you to take care of our stuff in the future. I should try putting on a voice for these more than I have been so far, but... You know, like I said, I want to take a more relaxed approach with my commentary for my second channel videos. Just for the sake of, you know, not putting too much pressure on myself, not feeling as bad about mistakes I make. Public notice, decommissioning Sevastopol Station. We've had a long journey together, but sadly it's coming to an end. Seegson Corp would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you who worked and lived at Sevastopol over the years, and hopes that Seegson has helped to make it a productive and rewarding environment. Our investment and belief in the station has never wavered. Be sure that Seegson's Apollo Central AI and Working Joe androids will be there to serve up Sevastopol until the last rivet is removed. We wish you all the very best for the future. After all, Sevastopol isn't just a station. It's people. Seegson Corp. Don't tell them this game's plot is about removing the last rivet of Sevastopol. No, you didn't hear me say anything. So I guess, let's turn this on first. Restore power to departures. So this is a utility thing. You can access these terminals to provide functions to something, such as turning on the lights. And spawning people in who run across and disappear. That's interesting. Anyway, there was one more thing on here. The audio. Kill the power.
Harris, Turner, get back here now. We have a track somewhere in engineering. Lock the terminal down, kill the power, and don't forget your reports. Make them thorough. We're gonna need our paperwork to be bulletproof when this shit's over. Waits up.
My apologies if you can't hear the voice lines very well. I will be boosting the volume of major cutscenes in this game, but for the sake of not, you know, spending too much time on editing, how do they lock the door behind themselves? How do you even lock these doors? Anyway, for the sake of not spending too much time on editing these videos, I'm not going to do that for everything, and that includes the audio logs. Hopefully the subtitles will be enough, and whatever you can hear underneath my voice. I don't know what this video sounds like, to be completely honest with you, so. On your way back to Thetis? Toast your return with Davenport Rye, or Davenport. You've traveled far, worked hard, and now you're returning home. You're looking forward to seeing your family and sleeping in your own bed. But there's one pleasure you never have to wait for. It's time to reward yourself with the crisp, distinctive taste of Davenport Rye. Crisp and distinctive? More like freaking tastes like garbage, trash, vomit. Anyway, sorry. I don't like alcohol. What can I say? I'm still not quite old enough to drink alcohol. So that tells you how old I am right there. I just outed my age on the internet. That may have not been a good idea, whatever. Aha, okay, here's our first blueprint. This is for a med kit. What I meant to continue saying there is I do not want to ever drink alcohol, even once I do come of age. So here's crafting. You can see all our different materials on the right, or the left, sorry. I keep getting that mixed up. These are the only materials you can find. There's also scrap. And you can see what it costs at the bottom. Everything costs 10 scrap plus whatever materials to make. So, beep, bang, boop, craft. Medkits are used to heal yourself, obviously. The weird thing is, in this game, medkits are like these syringes you stab into yourself. In fact, I can use one right now if I want. I mean, I haven't taken enough damage to warrant it yet, so I think I'll leave it for now. I guess we can hold a flare in our hands. Why not? Okay, nothing else in this room. Let's keep going. Both these doors are locked, so I guess back up we go. And now we actually can sprint. Ah, yes, to get more into detail about this, there are posters I want to read first, though. Science and technology need to work in harmony with society. There are many exciting discoveries and opportunities on the horizon, but we believe that before we set off into the wild blue yonder, we should concentrate on solving those problems closer to home. That's why it seeks in every new technology, research project, and discovery is concerned with finding real-world applications to help families, small businesses, and local communities. We don't forget the little details when seeing the big picture. We don't want to show you a new world. We want to discover it with you. We hope you'll join us for the journey. These posters have a lot of detail put into them, so I would like to appreciate them real quick. So the Apollo Corps provides guidance for all working Joe androids. Neat. Rest assured, your stay on Sevastopol, you're in safe hands. Uh-huh. Tell that to me right now. Regular dental checkups are vital to the health of your teeth. Don't put them off. I thought that said don't pull them off, like a reference to that. I love how there's an advertisement for shotgun shells right next to the dentist ad. Hey, you should go down to the dentist, and while you're at it, pick up some shotgun shells on the way home. Security checkpoint. This life for rent, right? Okay, that's what that says. All right, I don't want to pause and read stuff too much, just because I know it kind of bogs down the pace of the videos. I want to keep these videos at a good pace, even if they are going to be unedited. I want to at least keep them moving. But this does risk there being times when, you know, there's a video where just nothing really happens, and I have to just kind of accept that, or maybe, like, make another recording and then cut out unnecessary parts if I really have to, but hopefully I won't have to do that. So I think there's sometimes a blueprint on that bench back there. I think either the blueprints are randomized.
What happened here?
I know, right? No one's here. I think either the blueprint locations are randomized, or like they're deterministic based on what you've picked up in a previous area. Like I got the medkit blueprint from that storage locker. It's possible if I miss it there, then it appears on the bench. Okay, I guess I shouldn't be talking too much. I should be letting y'all enjoy the cool atmosphere of this game, because, like, honestly, there's one thing this game does excellently. Ion torch required. Ion television. There's one thing this game does excellently, it's immersion. This is one of the most beautifully immersive games I've ever seen. Especially when I had the game running at, like, higher than 60 FPS, where it looked so real. Like, it felt like I was actually in the game. It was amazing. I have it running at 60 FPS, though, because having it go higher frame rates does break some stuff, and I wanted to keep those fixed. So, yeah. Weights lied to us. No entry. Hey. What's that in there? It says USCSS Nostromo. Wait a minute. How do I get that? I guess we'll have to come back later. So, this game is linear, but there are some stuff to suggest that it's a little open-ended. And the real reason why stuff like that exists is because you'll be able to revisit, you'll be revisiting areas from early in the game later in the game. You'll be like backtracking as a part of the linear missions. So we'll have to wait until we end up arriving back here. Hi. That's the Torrens.
The Torrens?
I didn't need to say that. Ripley had it covered.
I'm right here. Verlaine! God damn it!
Well, I tried. Screw the flare. I don't want to use flares. Any of y'all hear that snarl just now, or is that just me? I'm sure it's fine. I like how you have these little binoculars to look out at space. What is there to see out the windows? Ooh, want to see the gas giant? Like, yeah, gas giants look pretty and all, but there's just a bunch of colors and shapes and clouds and whatnot. There's nothing that interesting to see there. New dawn of precision digital watches. Precision? What, like, we tell time precisely? Fantastic. I should hope that a clock on my hands tells the time accurately. Thanks so much for the exciting pitch for your new watch company. The gift shop. I'd like to see what the gift shop has. Unfortunately, I don't think that's accessible yet. Vidicom. It is very dark around here. I would like to find something to brighten the place up, like maybe a generator I can turn on or something like that. That would be nice. I don't know if you could see this poster, but it says, clink, glug. Oh, some things are too good to be savored. Buy 2 bottles. No thanks, I'm good. Hello, generator. Could you imagine if Dead by Daylight made you do this for the generators? Oh my god. Dead by Daylight probably wouldn't have existed for longer than 5 seconds if that was the case. So here we have an arcade game, a Runaround Rex. Searching channels? You have to search channels for the arcade game? I guess that's just cloud gaming. Alright, we have a nice little table here. I do like Alien's aesthetic. The Alien universe's aesthetic of how it's like, it's futuristic, but it's also very 80s, 90s, or 70s, more accurately. In this case, it feels very, like, kind of 90s in aesthetic. Hello, what's going on in here? Oh, like this bright light to show you the new room that's opened up. Hey, registration point, thanks, but... who's tugging on you? Who told you to turn towards me? Excuse me, sir. Are you a security camera in disguise? Are you a spy? Are you a spy for the frickin' alien, I guess? I don't know. We haven't really established that there's an alien here, though, so let's hold on a second before we jump to conclusions like that. Come on now. I should probably be saving the game after I pick up and read everything that's here, but am I smart? No. Well, it's fine, because the logs carry over into multiple playthroughs, so subsequent playthroughs. Pulling the plug. Zoe, I'm sorry, but I won't need you to come in next week. As you know, the store's been in trouble for some time now, and I couldn't hold off the creditors any longer. There's just no one coming to Sevastopol anymore. It's not just us either. Sounds like the whole station is in the red, and they're pulling the plug. Gonna sell it off for scrap, I guess. I was speaking to one of the engineers, and he reckons they'll announce it soon. I'm telling you this so you don't stick around looking for another job. Sevastopol is finished. Time to move on. To all spaceflight employees, in the interest of public safety and the prevention of panic, it must be made clear to all potential passengers there are currently no scheduled flights leaving Sevastopol, nor ships available. The Colonial Marshals are investigating problems on station and will update accordingly. From the Office of Marshal Waits. Something I really could have used to keep track of the background story in this game is dates on these logs. None of them have dates. Oh, I think only a few do. And so it's really hard to keep track of when everything is happening. Like, you could be reading a note from years ago, you could be reading a note from in the future, for all I know. Like, when did all this stuff happen? What is Apollo? Apollo is the central AI, monitors and provides guidance. Blah, blah, blah. That's literally the same thing that was on the poster. I'm done. Here's an audio log right here we can listen to.
Julia Jones, today's update.
Julia Jones.
Numerous demands, Marshal Waits finally called a public meeting to address the rumors that have been circulating on Sevastopol. But instead of the answers we wanted, he continued to be evasive, and after only a few minutes, he and his team were pelted by projectiles from an angry crowd. A gun was fired, there was panic, and now Waits and what's left of his team are forcibly ejecting us from the terminal. Feels like we're on our own now.
curious. Discovering that vent entrance can be kind of hard. It's just in the floor, but it's there to teach you that they exist, and you should be looking out for them. Makes enough sense. This level design is really good in the early sections. It does degrade a little bit over time for a reason I'll be explaining in a later video. But yeah. Cup of Joe. Stay perky. Freeze-dried cappuccino? Cup of Joe's coffee, okay. Cappuccino would be a great name for an item on their menu.
Place is falling apart.
Yeah, you don't say. A cappuccino would be a great name for something on their menu. I hope that that's the case. Hello. Hello, sir. I think that is like a giant cleaner robot, so... Anything over here? No. Okay. The items in this game do spawn randomly. I think not only is there a random item in one spot, but I think there's a chance that a spot might not contain an item at all. This is kind of weird. You have to target a very specific... Yeah, you have to target this area to move the thing out of the way. I don't get it, but... It's there. Just have to know to click the right space. I hear some thumping from, like, in the ceiling. I don't know about that. Pass directly through. Another cup of Joe's. I fancy myself a nice cup of coffee to get me through this day, because it's clear that this is going to be a pretty terrible day getting this Nostromo flight recorder unit. There was someone there, and I think they were, like, standing next to the lamp before they broke it. Maybe I could, like, play back the footage. For myself, not in editing. Sorry, you don't get that. You don't get that luxury anymore. I have to give it up, you understand? Arius Computers. Take the office home with you. Very nice. I love how apparently having a computer is still a relatively new thing in the alien universe. We're out in space now, and just now are we inventing fucking personal computers? Okay, got a lot of body bags over here, which is, you know, not a very comforting sign. Up ahead, we have a brace on this door.
That's gotta be the exit up ahead.
Maintenance jack required. Can't open it yet. But we have to get through it somehow.
Nurse, this is Turner. I found the last power coupling. Took me a while, but it's off now. Just fitting the last security brace. Come find me when you've shut yours down, then we can get the hell out of here. Jesus, man, I'm hearing noises everywhere. Every creak and... Just hurry the fuck up, will you?
Hear noises, so they're scared of something. Otherwise, they wouldn't be reacting to noises. Noises happen all the time. I think if you go this direction and listen... No? That's an unrelated sound. So I saw a couple videos claiming you can hear a cat in this area of the game at the beginning. You can hear it, like, meowing in the vents. And then eventually it stops, and you hear a weird snarl afterwards. But I also came here in my first playthrough, didn't hear the cat, and I'm not hearing the cat now, so... Might be fake. I'll try to look at another video of its type later to see if I actually heard it and just didn't recognize it for what it is, or what. Okay, anyway, back in the other room, you can see a highlighted thing. And there's a bunch of red over here and another door brace, so I don't think there's anything we can do here. So let's just... Get used to this minigame. You're going to be doing this so many times. Oh, nice. Maybe now? Maybe you have to turn the power on first? I know, I'm really hoping to just hear a background cat in a video game. That's how I am. No? No cat? No kitty? Out here? Sorry, I have to. Okay. Ooh, those are some fancy look... Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go the other direction then. How about that? First dead body we've seen. So something's very wrong here, and I thought I heard something growling in my ear, like... Okay, it's the same poster I saw before. So now that this is on, I think there's just like, there's something in the other room that's open now, or, okay, yeah. There's something out here that's open now, right? That way across the... Awesome. Okay, thanks for the exploding TV. We definitely needed that. Fuck Seegson. Anyway, this needs a torch, so I'm gonna go the other direction. That one only needs a plasma torch. I think an ion torch is a level above a plasma torch. In case you don't know your blow torches, you silly viewer. Everyone knows how blow torches work, right? Hundreds of beautiful oh, I thought that said vistos, captured and perfectly preserved on film for your pleasure. Wow, you guys have cameras and photos? Insane. Oh my god. Could you imagine the amount of AI bullshit that would be in a space station like this in the future? Holy shit. Anyway. More of that type of magazine. Got it. An unfinished game of chess. Big dog. I'm just soaking in the details because, you know, this is the only point in the game where you really have time to chill and soak in details. So, let me just do it. Besides, I want to stay positive about the game, and for me to stay positive about games, I need to soak in all their details. Where? Or does that say horror? I don't know. Seekson. What's that picture? Okay, it's just someone. Anything here first? No, okay. Thoroughly uninteresting. Open the door. Get on the floor, everybody do the dinosaur. Oh, dinosaur. Oh, dinosaur. It's like the stupid Amnesia custom story called, like, It's Hurting My Eyes. Anyone remember that? I watched, I think, John Wolfe play through it back when his channel was named Harshly Critical. It was, interesting, to say the least. That game, funnily enough, the It's Hurting My Eyes thing, literally, the first time I ever... Okay, anyway, dead body aside, literally the first time I ever saw any mention of Majora's Mask. Like, or I guess it wasn't the first time I heard mention of Majora's Mask. I probably heard it around the Ben Drowned creepypasta, because of course. But, like, that's the first time I ever saw the moon in Majora's Mask, and that kind of led to me discovering more about it later and then getting really into it. So yeah, if it wasn't for that stupid Amnesia custom story that was a big meme, I don't know if I would have really remembered, or I don't know if I would have gotten into Majora's Mask as much. I probably would have, despite it. It's just, you know, I don't know. I don't think that seeing it in that mod was the dawn, or the genesis, I mean, of my interest in Majora's Mask. It's just, it's the earliest memory I have of hearing about it.
I want to make a complaint to the highest authority, okay? My name is Zachary Watson. That's Watson. You get that? My complaint is this. Fucking marshals. They should be protecting us. It's their job. Something's on the station with us and no one knows what it is. No one fucking knows. They put braces on the doors. Lockdown. You know, like to keep something out. I'm fucking terrified, man. I'm fucking... Shit. It's so cold. I don't think this fucking thing even works.
At least I left you with your tools. Now give me that maintenance jack!
I think I need this more than you do.
We got our crowbar. So this is kind of like a built-in melee weapon in that all you have to do is click. Or, okay, I guess we're doing it this first. Either way, this is the key to open up these braces. Hold left and right click, press A, and you can swing it normally, just by clicking. You don't have to equip it or anything, you just click and it swings. Like so? No? No, we're not doing that? No, we're not allowed to? Okay, fine, whatever. I'll show this off later. Let's remove this brace. I don't know what that music cue is for, nothing happened. Come on, game. Getting ahead of yourself. Let me adjust my headset. It's been quite a long first video. So, I think it's important to go over, unless there's an audio... There is an audio log in this room. 1 second.
Interview subject. Heist. Did I say that right? Heist? Look, if you can't even tell me your name, we're gonna be here a hell of a long time. I just want to know about your boss. He's got you all into a lot of trouble. Someone's gonna be accountable. I'm gonna make damn sure someone's accountable. No? Tough guy, huh? Turner, turn off the tape. Maybe our friend here is just shy.
Wow, Waits sounds freaking evil. Anyway, no, still can't swing it. What was I just saying before this? Oh yeah. This game is split into 18 missions. We have already completed the first mission. That was the intro section on the Torrens. This is mission 2 we're on right now. My plan for this playthrough is I'm going to do 1 video per mission. Though I will make exceptions in times when there's a really, really short mission. Like, there's going to be another one coming up later, where, like, you know, this first video is the first 2 missions, the next video will be mission 3, next video will be mission 4, so on and so forth, until we get to the very last mission, and then the game ends. So, yeah, that's how this is going to work going forwards. The game never explicitly tells you when you're on the next mission, so I guess that's the point of me doing it this way, is to show you the different missions. Anyway, let's remove this brace.
Stay still.
Okay. Okay.
Now, turn around. Come on!
I'm Ripley.
Where'd you come from? Ripley?
Off station. A ship.
There's no ships here!
There are now.
Well, that's good news, because things are not so good here. Something blue just now. Rocked this whole place.
I saw it.
But lady, that's the least of our problems.
Yeah?
Yeah. Something's on this station. Something you wouldn't believe.
Like what?
A killer. You get it?
Okay. Okay. What's your name?
Axel.
I was boarding with 2 colleagues. EVA. We got separated by the blast. Can you help me find them?
Why?
Because you seem to know your way around.
No, I mean, why? What's in it for me?
A place on the ship.
How do I know I can trust you?
I need to find comms. I need to contact my ship.
This is your lucky day.
Let's go, sweetheart. Seeks and Comms is in the Systex Spire. It's quite a distance, but we can get to a transit through the freight area. But watch yourself. We can get into all sorts of trouble there, okay?
I love how I need to find comms, I need to contact my ship is enough for him. That's the convincing statement to get him to trust us.
Come on, I don't want to stick around here long.
Ripley's got a very high persuasion level, I must say. She's quite charismatic. She's got a great personality. Anyway.
Is that you following me back there?
Had to keep my distance. Can't take any chances.
So I think he's the one who, like, broke the lamp and ran off with the really odd sound. Oh, hi.
What? Hey, don't move.
Okay. We're not looking for trouble. Who are you?
I'm John. This is Ringo.
They're just some assholes. We haven't got time for this. Come on, Jana.
We're trying to get to comms. Can you help us?
We don't need their help.
Don't tell them anything. Look, I've got the elevator working. Jana, let's go, okay?
I'm sorry. Good luck.
What the hell was that about? Why are you so damn aggressive?
Everyone's running shit scared, keeping to their own. Safer that way.
So whatever chaos has erupted on the station, there are groups of looters around who are willing to kill others in order to keep their stashes secure.
Hope this ship of yours is the real McCoy.
And so that's why this guy is super afraid of everyone, and doesn't trust anyone, because, yeah, there's quite a bit of a problem with that going around the station. That's the best way I have to describe it, and that way wasn't very good. Hope you enjoy. Alright. Save the game.
Hold up. Let me get the elevator.
Let me just check real quick before I continue. Yes, this is mission 2. Okay, you can see down there, save to M2. M2 indicates mission 2. So, every time you start a new mission...
Place is old. Needs a special touch.
Sure, whatever, buddy. Anytime you enter a new mission, the game will autosave. So whenever you go on the other end of a loading screen, the game is autosaving, you're on a new mission.
Well, what are you waiting for? Hit the button.
Okay, so she hits one of those buttons there. I thought you'd have to hit this button, but maybe it's just a misaligned animation. I don't know.
I'd appreciate it if you told me what the hell was going on. Right now.
Listen, darling. When we get to the ship, we can kick back, braid each other's hair, and chat all you want.
Yeah, when we get to my ship. I need to know what's going on. Right fucking now.
Fine. Like I said, there's a killer.
A killer? What does that even mean?
I ain't seen it, but it's here. Picking us off one by one.
What are you saying? A psycho? A person?
No, something else. A monster.
Did you happen to notice any perks it brought? That's important information. Could you guess the add-ons as well? Hey, Xenomorphs in Dead by Daylight. That reference works. Even though it's not a very popular character in that game, from what I've heard. I haven't played that game in so long. I kind of want to get back into it. It's just... There's so much new stuff now. It'll be hard. Oh, okay, okay.
Shit. We need to move.
You want to crouch here.
Get down.
You hold a button. You can use the movement buttons to peek like so.
At least we're safe down
There's no
here.
dedicated peek buttons. You have to hold a different button and then press the movement controls. It's a little weird, but it works.
Shut up. You're making me nervous.
In my opinion, this is the best peeking system in a game. It's like super fast. It does tell you important information, and the enemies don't notice you so easily like they do with other games.
Follow me.
All right, if we're following you into the vents. That's the only time one of those has a button right next to it to open it up. And it's only for this sequence, I'm pretty sure. Let's climb inside. This is what, vent number 3 of the playthrough?
Friends of yours?
I've had run-ins with those guys before. They don't like strangers. Even nice guys like me.
I'm shocked.
I ain't pulling your chain, darling. You want to go and say hello? It's your funeral. Those guns aren't for show.
Someone should be doing something.
They are. It's called surviving.
Fair enough, I guess. I mean, Sevastopol's decommissioned.
Everyone's turning on each other. The fear, it makes people crazy.
I've noticed.
I love how sarcastic Amanda Ripley is. It's fantastic. Ellen Ripley was also pretty sarcastic.
Been living here?
What can I say? My butler's on holiday. Grab what you need. You don't know when you'll get another chance.
Thanks for leaving a sensor right there on the box. I will have great use of that sensor going forwards. All right.
Been hunkered down here for a week now, waiting for a ship. Waiting for you, I guess.
You just had this thing playing the whole time? This is drawing so much power. Turn that off. Also, maintenance jack.
Here. You should take that flashlight over there.
Ah, good idea. This flashlight's kind of hard to notice because it's like it's a headset. It's a headset flashlight. I've never heard of one of these things before, but I mean, it's probably pretty useful. It's like a headlamp, and it also has a microphone, so it's like a communication device as well. I'm pretty sure.
Not to flash it around. You don't want to get caught.
Okay, so you want to hold F to reload. I don't think I have... Oh, I do have batteries somehow. Okay, and there's more batteries right there. I'm going to save the game right here before continuing, just in case. You never know what might happen. Oh, yeah, I just realized... Never mind. I do have a way of, you know, keeping a backup save in case a recording gets corrupted or whatever. And that is that I think this game just has a mission select on the main menu. Once you've played through the missions, you can choose whatever one you want.
There's another vent round here somewhere. I marked it so I wouldn't forget it.
Alright, use your flashlight to find the vent. So yeah, I'll just do that in case that happens.
You're not going anywhere until you find that vent.
Yeah, shush. This is not a vent. Cool. Use your flashlight sparingly. Batteries are in short supply, so there's now a battery meter, and yes, batteries do run out really quickly. Hey, look!
Axel, is this it?
Hold on. I'm coming.
Why didn't you come with me in the first place? I'm gonna shine it right in your eyes. There we go. This place is really dark without it.
It was here somewhere. See? Got it covered.
I like how he only said that after I aimed the flashlight away from him. It's like I really was blinding him there.
Come on.
You haven't opened the door yet, dude. Come on, he says, not having opened the fucking door yet. Come on. Come on. I don't know. I'm being repetitive. Shush me. They're about to have a chat again, I'm pretty sure. Yes? You want to move?
It's not smart to stay here too long.
Yeah, so why are you staying here too long? Come on. There I go again. Saying come on.
That's the way everyone travels around here.
Just those that want to stay alive, sweetheart.
Yeah, but... Well, I won't spoil it.
Torrens, so that's your ship, huh?
I don't know how he hears about the name Torrens.
I hear something.
Do we have a patch on our outfit or something?
Yeah, I hear you. Will do. Gotta go meet the others. Something's going down.
There's always something going down. Come on. We don't want to piss him off. I still think we need more supplies. Guns, food, wherever we can find it.
Follow me.
Still need some more supplies. Guns and food. We have with our giant shotguns in hand already. Just in case they jam, I guess. So the funny thing about that is, those people were walking past this area just before when we were crouched over there. So they were just standing here with their shotguns out, like having some kind of chat while we were in the vents. One moment. Hold on. Don't get too ahead of yourself. I have to save. It's important, okay? Anyway. I know you don't know what saving is. True, I was walking. You're not wrong.
What's the emergency?
Someone else has been here. Everyone, stay alert. Keep your guns tight. Shoot anyone you don't know. Stick around while I check our stock.
They're armed. Too many of them to take on.
Take on?
We still got to get through there. The door at the end.
How?
Let's try a distraction. The generator. If that went down, they'd have to check it out. You're smaller than me. You'll make less noise.
Great.
Agreed. Okay. Here's our first stealth section.
What's up?
This one's pretty easy. You just stay behind the stuff. Stay in the dark. Yeah, this is where we're headed. Pick up the flare. I don't think any of them could see it from here.
Then we were right. Someone's been in here.
Probably Axel, if I had to guess.
We're supposed to be secure down here.
Damn it. What about the lock Joe rigged up? I've just come from there.
The working Joe? Maybe a non-working Joe. Maybe a looting Joe.
Gonna have to tell the boss.
Boss? He's a goddamn store clerk.
Yeah? Maybe you.
We're gonna let their dialogue finish.
He's not saying that. I'm just saying that.
Just stop saying. And help me check the rest of this stuff. That is, if you can keep your trap from running for 5 seconds.
Hold on, let me keep y'all's traps running so we can get out of here. Turn off the generator, get into the vents. Simple enough.
What just happened?
Going down.
Generator
It definitely just turned itself off. Come on. Have you seen the state of the station? Anything could happen. Okay, so they're making their way over now. They're a little slow about it, so wait a second, but eventually you should be able to get out. This part's pretty scripted if you just take the correct route through. Later sections will not have a correct route.
Come out and we won't hurt.
doesn't seem to be broken.
How would you know, Einstein?
Okay.
If the generator
Think
blown,
we
then
can
it's-
go.
Well, it's not working.
Oh god.
Maybe the safety got tripped. Could have been a road.
Just gonna sneak this way. This way.
Big fucking rat.
A rat. Big fucking rat.
Someone is fucking.
Nice work, Ripley.
Alright, unfortunately we won't be able to hear the rest of their dialogue. It is pretty funny, but,
Let's keep it down. They're still close by.
you know, we have a mission. Or we have an escape to make. To the transit. To the communications area. Save the game? Why not? Bop, bop, bop. Prepare to see that animation over and over as well. There's a lot of things in this game that you will be seeing a lot of times, as this game is quite long. More about that later, though. I mean, as I said, it's 18 missions, and this is mission 2, so yeah. Yes? You want to come in here? Oh, yeah. I think he doesn't come in here until you start going down this hallway.
Transit's just up ahead.
There we go, that triggers him to walk in. That fan is off.
Sevastopol, not quite what you're expecting, eh?
No, very much not.
I'm supposed to be here. My shipping out papers were for a week ago.
A blind eye from S. Managed to get my hands on that stuff I was talking about. Chief won't even notice the stock missing. Things always get lost when a station's closing down. Don't worry about customs either. Sinclair's told his men to turn a blind eye. They'd probably be too busy goofing off or taking backhanders to notice anyway. You get what you pay for, I guess. Bailey. So this is from the looters. looters are writing this message. Nearson Leonard, you're both first shift on the door, so read carefully. Putting this together wasn't easy, and we don't want intruders getting in because you didn't read the instructions properly. This here's what you call a 2-man rule lock. This means it needs 2 to open the door simultaneously from 2 different consoles. Most of us don't know each other, so this is the safest way of making sure everything stays secure and none of us decide to head on their own with our stuff. When you're on shift, take it in turns to keep guard and notify the other if one of us needs to be let in or out. This means just us, no one else. No matter how much anyone begs, and no matter what sob story they try and pull. I was with a group before and we got soft, and now I'm the only one left. Trust no one. It's kind of crazy. It's just like, you know, something scares everyone so badly that everyone turns on each other. Like sorry, I'm trying to think of the right word. An instance of mass hysteria. There we go. Something like that can, like, erupt so badly in a place like this. Especially in a place like Sevastopol Station, where, like, we're the only people out here in deep space, really. Ships might come and go, but kind of rarely. Especially with Sevastopol being decommissioned. So here's their inventory. They got 26 rolls of toilet paper. They got good stock of that. I know for a fact from 2020, toilet paper is clearly the most important thing to have. Running low on ammunition, so I managed to pick up some prescription drugs, all addressed to the same person, because they didn't need them anymore. People with bidets were probably very happy back in 2020 that they didn't have to worry about finding toilet paper back when that shit was going down. I feel like a bidet would be very strange for me to use. I don't have one.
It's powered down. The assholes have cut us off. Got it. We need to activate both consoles at the same time to open it. I'll do this one. You go to the one on the other side.
Okay.
I wonder if this separation of us two is going to lead to any consequences. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Let's do it.
Ready. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go! That's a little longer than you expected, I think.
Axel, behind you.
Well, 1 second, I'll be right over.
Fuck you! Get here now! I've got the thieving son of a bitch.
Press hold and shift to run at the risk of attracting. That's it. Melee! There we go.
Fuck.
Let's go. The others are on their way. We need to go! Now! Hey, you bastard!
Well, don't mind if I do. Shoot him!
They killed him.
Did they just, like, fire at the wall after us?
Come on!
Okay, buddy, we're like one room over.
That guy! Because he was going to kill me, you saved my life. This is about survival. Do you understand? Hear something? I hear something.
Axel?
What have I got on me?
What the hell was that thing?
I don't know, but I'm gonna be on my way now.
Keep moving.
Here's the transit station. We can see one of the trains is lit up with green. Green means good. Okay, I can't help but want to search around this room for items real quick. I know that's not what I should be doing after Axel just died in front of us. Hey, what's that poster say? Sorry. Power when you need it. Designed for professionals. What even is that? Some kind of power tool? Probably. Okay, Lorenz Systech Spire. Sure. I think that's where I should be going. Let's do that. Call. Anytime now. You know. Just take your time. You know, public transit tends to be pretty late most of the time, so I expected this. Nothing here. That's good. As long as there remains to be nothing here, we'll be fine. We'll be fine, right? Right. Doors have opened. I hear thumping above me, and I don't like it. Get me out of here. Any day now. Open the doors. And I'll be going now, thank you. So yeah, there's our first viewing of the alien. Pretty exciting. I hope you enjoy our later encounters with it. In other news, that is the end of Mission 2, so it will be the end of this first video. One moment, pause. Thank you. Okay. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough so far. I'm probably gonna just go right on with Mission 3 in this current recording session, but I'm gonna be ending this first video here. Next video will be Mission 3, where, with that thing now known to exist and us having seen it, we're gonna have to watch our back a lot. And we're now alone, once again, needing to make our way to Seegson Communications so we can contact our crew, who is aboard the station with us. At least, I hope they are. So, I don't know, I guess I'm, like, so disconnected from my main channel now. I don't know how to outro anymore. I could just outro the same way. Thank you all so much for watching, if you did, and as always, I will see you all in the future.